So the avoidant tells you that they're just not ready for a relationship right now, that they're just overwhelmed and they need time and space to heal and to work on themselves because they're just not ready for a relationship. And then they go and immediately jump into a new relationship and commit to this person. And they immediately commit. And it absolutely feels like a punch to the gut because they wouldn't commit with you. They didn't want to put any labels on your relationship, and it feels like you never mattered to this person at all. Well, avoidants do fear commitment, but they fear commitment with emotionally available, loving partners. They don't fear commitment with emotionally unavailable or toxic partners. Now, it may hurt like hell when the avoidant discards you and then jumps into another relationship. But understand, the reason they run from healthy partners is because there is an unspoken pressure for the avoidant to be emotionally available and vulnerable in return for the healthy partner, since the healthy partner is emotionally vulnerable and available for the avoidant. Emotionally unavailable partners, toxic partners, well, there's no pressure for the avoidant to be vulnerable or available for this person because that person is not emotionally vulnerable or available for them. So the avoidant feels emotionally safe with a toxic partner or an emotionally unavailable partner, but they feel emotionally unsafe with a healthy partner. This is a topic I've touched on a bunch of times, but it's worth revisiting because there's so much misunderstanding about it. It's not that avoidants fear commitment. They fear commitment to a partner that they believe is too good for them, better than they deserve. And that is how they view a loving, healthy partner, as being too good for them. Because avoidants, at their core, they are people that have a very low sense of self-worth and a low self-esteem. They feel unlovable. And this all goes back to childhood where they were emotionally neglected and their feelings were suppressed. They had their feelings dismissed by their caretakers. So they learned to run from their emotions, to run from their problems, all the while feeling unlovable. They carry this through to adulthood. And what this means is when a partner treats them well, when a partner shows them love, when a partner shows them unconditional love especially, the avoidant feels unworthy. And they feel a pressure to be vulnerable and available in return for this person, which makes them feel overwhelmed and it makes them feel emotionally unsafe because they feel like they're not capable of sustaining whatever that it is that the healthy partner needs to maintain this relationship. The toxic partner, the emotionally unavailable partner, gives the avoidant no pressure. So the avoidant feels safe with this person and it's not so scary to commit. Commitment is scary with the emotionally available partner because if you commit to somebody, it means that you have to be available, you have to be vulnerable to them. And since this person is emotionally available to the avoidant, well, the commitment would therefore mean that they have to be vulnerable in return, and that just scares them. But with a partner that doesn't treat them all that well, the avoidant feels like this is what they deserve. The healthy partner is better than they deserve, and it's inevitable that the healthy partner is going to figure out that they're too good for the avoidant, and they're going to reject and abandon the avoidant. That's what the avoidant fears, abandonment. They have other fears that tie into it, like rejection and engulfment, but it all comes down to that fear of abandonment. But there is no fear of abandonment from a toxic or an emotionally unavailable partner because that person's not all that special, and there really is no deep emotional bond. So the avoidant doesn't fear abandonment from that person the way they would from a healthy partner that treats them well. Because if the avoidant gets discarded on their end by the healthy, emotionally available partner, the avoidant will be heartbroken and devastated. Therefore, in the avoidant's mind, it's safer to do the abandoning than to risk being abandoned themselves. When an avoidant has their fears triggered, they take their feelings for their partner and they suppress them. They bury them. They don't allow themselves to access those feelings anymore. It's like a brick wall pops up inside of themselves and they block off access to their own feelings for their partner, which is why they can be very cold and lack empathy while they're discarding. This is because they're not allowing themselves to feel their feelings. Now, there's no pressure for this with an emotionally unavailable or toxic partner. It's just a pressure-free relationship, which is ultimately what the avoidant claims to want. They want an easy relationship. An easy relationship to an avoidant means they don't have to be emotionally vulnerable, emotionally available, or invested in the relationship like they would with a healthy partner. So there's unspoken pressures that the avoidant feels with a healthy, emotionally available partner that makes them fear commitment with this person. But the toxic partner, the emotionally unavailable partner, is a pressure-free, easy relationship in the mind of the avoidant. So if they discarded you and the relationship was wonderful, everything seemed like it was going so well, and then you were discarded out of the blue and they told you they weren't ready for a commitment, they weren't ready for a relationship, and then they jump into an immediate relationship and commit to that person, it's almost a guarantee that the new partner is either toxic, emotionally unavailable, or both. It's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of the unhealed attachment wounds of the avoidant and their low self-esteem and their lack of self-worth. You didn't cause that, so don't blame yourself for it. Because if you blame yourself for that, you are actually deepening your own pain and making it harder to get over this person. Be kind to yourself and try to find emotionally available, healthy partners that are securely attached, rather than people that are emotionally unavailable that break hearts.